Hey guys, this is Cassitarius, and I wanted to give you guys a little update video because my last update video was about me getting on a plane and I don't want you guys to think that I'm dead. Basically, this is just going to be the story of how my experience getting my wisdom teeth removed. And I don't know, I figured it'd be a fun experience, and I see a lot of videos where it's like very bad, and I just want to make you guys feel a little bit better about it. This is coming from someone who is terrified of the dentist, so I really hope my story kind of helps you guys. Okay, so basically it all started like 3 years ago. I have to go all the way back 3 years to tell you guys this story because, well, I was doing really, really good with my teeth and everything, and then the dentist told me at my last appointment like 3 years ago, she was like, "Oh wow, your wisdom teeth are starting to come in. We're gonna have to get those pulled." And I was like, I'm scared of the dentist. So, the idea of getting my wisdom teeth pulled is a very terrifying thing. So I left and I didn't come back for 3 years. And in that time, one of them had grown in enough that it like shifted when it was filling out. So for a year of those 3 years, I couldn't chew on one side of my mouth because, it hurt too much. But I lived a year like that because I was so determined. I was like, I'm not getting my wisdom teeth pulled. I'd rather them like grow in and crush all of my teeth before I get it pulled. And I'm a stubborn person. I was going to do that until I found out freaking cars. We got our road paved, so now everybody has to drive down it. Hold on a second. Okay, I think they're gone. Where was I? Oh, my cavity fell out. Yeah, I went an entire year where I just didn't eat on one side of my mouth because I was just like, it hurts too much. And I couldn't have I wouldn't even let cold water reach that side of my mouth. I don't know, I became very talented at it. But then finally, I realized that in April or June, I'm gonna be moving to Oregon next year around that time. So I just wanted to get all my dental things done before I move there because when I get there, I had to find a new dentist, I had to find a new doctor, and I have to all these different things. I just want to get it done now instead of later because I was really worried about it, and I'm terrified of the dentist. So I made an appointment to go to the dentist, and they were just like, they looked at my teeth, and they looked at me, and they were like, "We can't do anything to your teeth until you get your wisdom teeth pulled." And I was just like, no. So they referred me to 2 places, one that was in the town near where I lived and one that was in a town a little further away. It's Avon Dental. And I had heard a lot of people that went to Avon had a really good experience, so I decided to go with them, and I'm glad I went with them. It was a very good decision. I tried to set the appointment as soon as possible, but I kept running into little issues. Like, they said I needed to have so many days off, and I couldn't get my work to work with that as quickly as I wanted to get it done, so I had to wait a couple of weeks before I actually got it done. And that kept making me even more nervous because I had to sit there and wait until the day of my appointment, which was in 2 weeks, and sit there and think about the appointment. And I got all the way until the night before where I decided that I was gonna go online and look at other YouTubers who had their wisdom teeth taken out and see how their experience went and just try to watch a bunch of positive experiences. That didn't work for me. That made it so much worse. Oh my gosh, I was so scared. I was terrified because I had seen so many people say, "Oh, well, I was awake for mine all the way through," and I'm just like, no. If I'm awake, it is not going down. I don't care how much you drug me. I'll come out of that chair. I don't care if you may tie me down. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna come out of that chair and I'm gonna fight you if you do not put me completely under. So I was panicking a lot. And then finally, I called them ahead of time, and they were like, "Yeah, no, we talked to your dentist. We know your dental history. We're putting you completely under for the entire thing. You won't be part of the way under like most people. No, you'll be under. And I was like, oh, yes, okay. This is better. I think I can handle this. Another truck. Hold on a second. Okay, again, I think they're gone. This town and paving roads. It's good. It's a good thing. Indiana needs paved roads, but they're not gonna last with this many people driving on them now. So anyways, back to my story. Right, so I got to the appointment, and they were like, well, you gotta fill out a bunch of stuff. And I was like, okay, all right. So I filled out all the paperwork, and then they were asking me like different allergies and different things like that. And then I was part of the way through filling out the paperwork, and then they called me back, and I was like, oh no, it's time, oh no, I'm not ready. And no. Mm-mm. It was not time yet. What they did was they called me back, and they were like, well, the pano that your dentist sent us is kind of too old, so we need a new pano. So they put me in this big x-ray machine thing where I put my chin down on this plastic piece, and it went around my mouth, right? And then she came back, and you're like, you're good. So I went back and I sat down, right? And I started filling out the paperwork, and she said, before I went back and sat down actually, she said that as soon as you get done with the paperwork, we're ready for you in the back. And I was like, oh no. So I sat down with my paperwork again, and I just took my time on it. Took very, very slow time on it and everything. And then I finally got it done, and I was just like, I don't want to give this to the lady. I don't want to walk up to the front desk and hand this to her because I know they're going to take me back. And I was so scared, and I walked up and I handed it to her, and she was like, all right, okay, good. Now we need you to go sit down, and then we're going to call someone over for financial stuff. And I was like, okay. So I went and I sat down, and then they called me back again. And I was like, oh no, I just know one of these times I'm going to go back here and I'm not going to come back. So she called me back, and we talked over financial stuff and how we do the payments and all those different things, which was okay for me. I mean, used to financially, I don't know. I'm an adult. I can handle adulting. So that was fine. Then I went back and sat down, and then another lady called me, and I was like, oh no, this is it. It's time now. All right. So, and then she was like, oh, hey, you forgot your sunglasses in the other room. Here you go. And I was like, oh. And as I turned around to walk back to my seat, back to my family, another lady opened up the door, and she called my name, and she's like, it's time. I'm like, gosh darn it, no, I'm not ready. And I was freaking out. So I handed my stepmom all of my stuff and everything, and so then I followed the lady back, and they put me in this room, and it was kind of cold, and the chair, I don't want to talk. It looked like a regular dentist chair, except it had things that you could like hook people's arms into. And obviously, since I'm scared of the dentist, I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But it was fine. I sat down in it, got myself comfy, right? And she's like, well, we're gonna get you calmed down as soon as possible. We'll get you a blanket. And she got me a blanket, and then she got stuff out and did my IV, which she was like, if you can handle that pain, then you're good. The rest of this whole thing is gonna be easy. And I was just like, oh yeah, really? Are you sure it's gonna be easy? Because I don't think so. Then she left for a bit, and then the doctor came in, and he was like, do you have any questions? Are you comfortable? Are you nervous? I can tell by your heart rate. And I'm just like, well, my heart rate already rests really high anyways. So just me studying, it's like 110. My heart rate freaks out for no reason. Anyways, he was just like, yeah. I'm like, no, that's just my normal heart rate. He was like, well, we're gonna slow it down here in a second real well. I'm like, huh. So they laid the chair back, and he got out this like little syringe thing and hooked it up to my IV thing and gave me the medicine, right? And another nurse lady came in, and she had like that thing that they put in your mouth before, like when they're pulling your teeth at the dentist's office. If they're worried you can't keep your mouth open wide enough, they put a little thing in there. So she put that in there, and I remember thinking, wow, she's really pretty. I was like, yeah, she's adorable. She looks like a nice lady. So I was all right, and then I was waking up, and they say like most people act weird or anything or things like that, but I didn't. I was very calm and just relaxed. I mean, I woke up and I felt pain on one side of my face, and that was because the doctor said that he had a little bit more trouble on that side than the other side, which I can understand because it has a bit more swelling. But then it was over, and then like I was so messed up, but their assistants and stuff, they helped me walk out, and they're like, yeah, you're fine, you'll be fine. They got me pain medicine, and I've been healing. The first day I couldn't eat very well. The past couple of days I just haven't been hungry. I don't know.
But taking the medicine made me feel sick because I wasn't eating, but I wasn't eating because it was hard to eat and I wasn't hungry. So you guys might have trouble with that. And the very first night I got sick. Like I ate mashed potatoes and my stomach didn't like that, so obviously it came back. But other than that, like, I've been healing up pretty nicely. My experience, obviously, it wasn't bad, like most people say. I mean, if you're worried about it, just don't be. More than likely, they're gonna put you under, and if you're worried about it, call them and ask them. And if they don't, just be like, hey, can you fix that? Can you make it happen? Because honestly, it's not that bad. But yeah, that was my experience getting my wisdom teeth pulled. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry I sound weird. I'm hoping I'll be better by a week from now or so. And I'm sorry I didn't update since me talking about getting on a plane. You guys probably thought I was dead. I am so sorry about that. Anyways, bye you guys!